Well, good evening, my friends, and we have a little kit review for you. Let's put it in a bit of a better perspective as we can. Here we go. And we have a look at the Ford Custom 3-in-1. It's not a new model, it's just the one which I happen to have. And it is wonderful. They call it a 3-in-1. Why they do so, I will tell you when we unpack this thing. You see the box art here in front. You see it's slammed by design. You see already here that gives you an idea of the two different versions. It shows you that there will be 4 different grills available, so you certainly will have spare parts in the grill and in the bumper department. Here you see the engines, the dual carburetors. And that is the inside, which looks beautiful to me. So I just liked this model when I saw it, and I thought it looked really nice and menacing. It is a 48, but it still kind of has the pre-war design on it, which is great. I like that design, I really love it. And it has the V8 flathead, as I said, with the dual carbs and the dual exhaust. 136 parts, around about 20 centimeters or 7 3/4 inches, and it should be a lovely model. So let's have a look at it. Well, to start with, as we always do, just a quick look at the instruction. It's quite a thickish instruction page. I'll just open it up somewhere. You see the different options. Depending what you do, you can put on extra widening fittings on there to make the body wider. So it depends what kind of version you want to build, what versions are available. Let's have a look here at the back. They only give you 2, but there are enough decals and other stuff on there for more. Here you can either build it like this, and you have a louvered hood over here, or you can build it like this. And you have different pinstriping, the flames on the side, and the unlouvered hood. Choice is yours. I'm actually not quite sure what I'm going to do. It looks beautiful to me either way. Right, let's have a quick look at the decals. Here you are. As I said, it has this beautiful pinstriping, which you can choose depending what color you do your car. It has some sponsored decals. It also has decals for the dashboard, which I'm always very keen on. I like to do up my dashboard, love dashboards, love the fine work, and if you do get it right, it just looks wonderful. It obviously has the flames, some smaller pinstriping. So that's it. It's not huge, as you can see, but I think everything is on there which you need to make a decent model. Right, and then let's jump right in and get the stuff out of the way, which I always love to look first at, and that would be the tires. There's only this one set of tires which comes with it. It has the white walls on. It is not on a tree, thank you very much. And it has a bit of a, if you look very carefully, you can see it has a bit of a line in the middle there, so there is some cleaning up to do, but not too much. They actually look quite fine. Vinyl tires, as you can see, and they have the white walls on, so you don't need to put the white walls on with decals, which is always, not many people like that. So, don't worry, no need to do that here. Then let's have a quick look at the glass. I've left everything in the package. I just opened the package before I started this video, just to make we don't waste time on. Here you go. Here's the front glass, and you see the sun visors are included. The glass is very nice, no distortion. You obviously will have to paint the sun visors. There's quite a few side windows and the back window, so that's very nice. And then the glass for the front windows. I haven't seen any red glass. I take that is for the back windows, and you will just have to take out your clear red and paint that. Alright, now let's have a look at the whites. Let's just put everything here in front of us. I think this kit came out in 2011, and they are still different. Don't pack everything. Didn't pack at that time everything into one plastic bag. They had several plastic bags. So let's have a look. Here we'll start up. Steering wheel, the radiator fan, and the steelies. Let's have a look at the details of the steelies. That actually looks very nice. I think you can do something with that. Here you go. Gives you a good idea. I don't see flash at all. Normally, you know, if you look at the radiator fan, that's always the classic thing where you see flash, but I don't see any at all. So it actually looks very nice. And some of the suspension details, which also looks very nice. Water pipes for the engine. Here you are. Here you go. Central suspension there at the back, as they did it in the days. Then here we have the frame. It looks very neat as well. And below the frame, some more suspension parts. What are we having here? We have batteries. 2 different types of batteries. Now that's quite something, huh? That is really quite something. So they give you different options, and they even provide you with different batteries. Now that's I must say, it's the first time I've seen a car model where you have the choice between 2 batteries. Then the next one, still more wheels. That's actually not wheels. It's actually the drum brakes. Here you go. There are the drum brakes, and then here we come to the dashboard. Let's have a look here at the entire dashboard. Looks like it. Which one is the right way around? I guess this one would be. Anyway, there it is. And the firewall on here, not too many details on there, but nice and clean, cross member. And that is that. Another part of the suspension, we have the engine, as I said, flathead 8, 2 carburetors, 2 exhaust. That is the radiator. Let's have a quick look here. It looks all nice and clean. I must say, this looks very, very nice and clean. It's a Revell monogram kit. That looks very nice. Then here you are. This appears to be the pan. Wonderful. Injector pin marks. Yeah, they're not all there located where the seats would be. I don't know why this is so difficult. Some models they do get it right, with others they don't. If you look very carefully over here, we have injector pin marks which will not be covered. So you will probably have to do something about this, but they are easily accessible and shouldn't be too much of a problem to get them down. And that's another part of the pan. Then obviously you won't see the ejector pin marks because this one will go on top of it. There it is with the back seat. I actually don't like it when the back seat is molded in, but in this particular case it's not that bad because you don't have any sidewalls. So you should be able to detail this very, very nicely. Even is some structure on the carpet. Let me try and see if we can. Yeah, you can see it there. So that should come out very nicely. And let's have another look at that. I always like that. Guys who watch my videos know that. I like that when the inside door panels are extra because you can detail them very nicely before you put them in. And I'm a big fan of that. Then we have the front seats. Here we go. In those days, obviously, it was a bench. And they already have the split back sides, so which is quite something. And then the back here for the seats. It looks very nice, very neat. Nearly no flash whatsoever. Very, very good, fresh, out of the press look. And then we'll have a look at these guys here quickly. More suspensions. I guess it all depends which model you decide to build. And then that looks like the front axle. Part of the engines again, and here are the double exhausts we have talked about earlier, also not molded in, which is very nice. And then here we have the extra parts where you can make the body wider if you decide to do so. These are the covers for the rear wheels. And then you have, as we talked about, the 2 different hoods. You have either the louvered hoods, so you cannot really look through, but it gives you enough of an idea of a louvered hood, or you can go for the unlouvered smooth hood. Choice is yours. Wonderful. And then last but certainly not least, let's have a look at the body. Beautiful model, as you see, a little bit slammed. And yeah, if you do the more closer to the stock version, this is what it's going to look like. Or otherwise you can, as discussed, put on these and make it a little bit wider. So here we go. All looks very nice. It has the fold in there. Let me feel for. Oh, there's basically nothing going over with a 1000 here, and you should have a beautiful, beautiful body. Here you go. Looks very nice to me. I like it, but I like cars of that era. Well, I like any cars between, you know, vintage and up to the mid-60s, when cars were not designed by committee but actually by a designer. Flowing forms, not straight and edgy lines. The lights don't have to be a certain height, the bumpers don't need to be a certain thick, so you can do pure design. So I like that. I like this form. I hope you do too. And if you do, I certainly would recommend to go for this kit, because it is a very, very nice kit. It looks very nice. The parts are very clean. It basically should fall together. If it doesn't, I'll let you know. But I can't see that there will be huge problems with the Ford Custom 3-in-1 from Revell. I think this is a very nice kit. It is the so-called special edition, new tooling, and we could see that on the parts and optional parts in there. As you can see, 4 different grills which you can choose from. So yeah, that will be interesting. Will be an interesting build. Well, thanks very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and you guys have yourself a wonderful day. Cheers. Oh, sorry, forgot to show you the chrome parts, which obviously is very important because there are quite a few of them. Well, here you are. These are different kinds of wheel covers, so I'll put them like that. There you can see them both. Chrome looks very nice. Part of the engine covers, and then, as we say, the different grills depending on what version you would like to build. And then part of the exhaust, and that's the inner ring of the steering wheel, and other parts which are chrome, which probably in a normal engine wouldn't be chrome. But anyway, there it is. Then we have this one, which is in this different bag. So they certainly bagged this up good to make sure stuff doesn't scratch. So let us have a look here. We have different bumpers right over here, 2 different styles. And then we have the headlamps, wheel covers. Here we go. Let's have a look on the other side. Yeah, that looks all very, very neat, and should enable you to build a decent car. And now we are not quite finished yet. Here you are. Here is grill number 4. Here you go. More wheel covers and wipers. Love it when the wipers are like that. You can finish them before you put them on. And part of the front, and then also another bumper at the back. Here we go. But now we are finished. Now you have seen it all. I hope I will be able to stitch these 2 videos together somehow. You guys have a beautiful day. Cheers.